Yo, what's the word, boys? Welcome back. UFC 307 just wrapped up, so we're going to be doing fights to make after UFC 307, Pereira versus Rountree. Let's start off with the main event. Alex Pereira is the winner, 4th round TKO. He should be fighting Magomed Ankalaev next. This is the fight that should have happened. I know Ankalaev is fighting Rakic now. We're assuming Ankalaev gets it done. This is the fight to make. You can argue this is Ankalaev's biggest test in the Pereira's, biggest test in the light heavyweight division. Ankalaev has good boxing, and then the biggest thing, of course, is that grappling. This is an awesome fight. However, Alexander Rakic is no pushover. This might sound crazy, but my early prediction is Alexander Rakic to win. I'm picking him to win. And say Rakic wins and Magomed Ankalaev loses, I'd like to see Pereira go up to heavyweight because I want to see Rakic get another win, if that makes sense. If we could get Pereira versus a Tom Aspinall, a Pereira versus John Jones, I think that Pereira-Jones fight could actually happen because say Pereira beats Aspinall and becomes a 3-weight division champion. People would call him the GOAT, right? So say he fights John Jones instead. Jones wants to defend that GOAT position, I guess you could say. The UFC and Dana White and John are trying to push the narrative that he's the greatest of all time. So if there's a threat to that GOAT position, I could see John Jones maybe wanting to step in and fight Pereira to defend his spot. But that's besides the point. Pereira, Ankalaev, the fight that should have happened, it needs to happen. If Ankalaev wins, you make this fight. If Rakic wins, you could give Rakic the title fight. Maybe you give him another win. But I like this fight. Alex Pereira, main event. Not sure when this would be a headliner. Maybe January, February, March, possibly. So yeah, I love this fight. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Before we move on, real quick, I'm going to yap for a second, for 20 seconds. Guys, if you like the face cam, I'm going to incorporate the face cam a little bit more into these videos. Let me know in the comment section down below. I have 1,800 subscribers, roughly. Get me to 2,000. If everybody that watched this video subscribed, we get to 2,000. Let's do that. And I'd fix the lighting. I'll fix it. I moved into a new house. I'll fix it. Let me know. Like, subscribe. Please do all that. Let's keep moving on. And wait till the end, too, because the fights at the end are fucking bangers. All right? The loser of the UFC 307 main event, Khalil Rountree. I want him fighting Jamal Hill. Even after losing, I picked Khalil Rountree to win because the things that I saw in that first 2 rounds, I thought was going to happen. I thought he would be able to finish Alex Pereira. I know it's a hot take. I got it wrong. It doesn't fucking matter. Khalil Rountree's stock definitely went up. He has proved he is one of the best light heavyweights in the world. He put on a much better performance than Yuri Prochazka did, than Jamal Hill did. So I love this fight. I love Rountree versus Hill. And it might sound crazy because he was champion, but do you guys think Jamal Hill needs to prove himself a little bit more at the top of the division? I'm asking you guys because, sure, he beat Glover. Glover was very, very old. Then he kind of lost to Pereira, didn't fight Yuri Prochazka. So I feel like this fight makes sense. I'd love to see Yuri Prochazka versus Jan Blachowicz. I feel like stylistically that's a lot of fun. So make this fight. I think it makes perfect sense. Khalil Rountree, Jamal Hill. Throw it as the featured fight on a stacked main card. Awesome. I love this. Let's keep moving on. Juliana Pena did not win the women's bantamweight title, but somehow did. So she should be fighting Kayla Harrison. Very, very easy. I don't need to be talking about this for a while. Kayla Harrison, I wasn't overly impressed with her performance over the weekend. I feel like Juliana Pena, actually not. Fuck it. Juliana Pena is going to get destroyed in this fight. I think Kayla Harrison destroys her. Love to see Amanda Nunes come back because she is just better than everybody. Let's keep moving on. Jose Aldo won against Mario Bautista. I'm surprised this fight's never happened. Jose Aldo, Corey Sandhagen. This is awesome. This is very, very awesome. I don't think Corey will be able to instill his grappling as much into this fight. I know people would be worried because we've seen what Merab did to Jose Aldo and now Mario Bautista. I don't think Corey is good enough in the grappling department. I know he's underrated, but I don't think he's good enough. And I don't think he's as strong to control Jose Aldo, so I feel like this would be a very, very fun, striking matchup. And if you look at Jose Aldo, I mean, come on. The dude's beat Mario Bautista, beat Rob Font, beat Chito Vera. Why is he not fighting these massive, massive fights? I don't know. Corey Sandhagen got 50-45 against Umar. I feel like this fight makes perfect fucking sense. It's an awesome fight. Jose Aldo needs to be fighting at the top of the bantamweight division. I love this fight. Make it happen. Featured fight on a stacked pay-per-view, as I just said to the previous fight. Throw it as a main card or a main event, in a massive city. This would be fun. I love this fight. I want it to happen. Mario Bautista, I don't think won against Jose Aldo. However, Marlon Chito Vera needs to prove himself in the top 10 of the bantamweight division. I'm not too sure if he's inside that top 10. Is he a top 10 bantamweight? I don't really know. Now, I know people are mad at Mario Bautista, but at the same time, he is on a 6-fight win streak, I believe, so he deserves to fight up the rankings. Chito Vera, in my opinion, needs to defend his spot. This fight makes all the sense in the world. I feel like it would be a pretty decent fight, maybe, but I just feel like it aligns too well. We have Petr Yan and Figgy fighting. I want Jose Aldo, Corey Sandhagen fighting. I think Song Yadong is probably going to fight somebody up there, so I feel like this fight makes perfect sense. Bautista, don't think he won. He's on a good win streak, though, and then Chito Vera absolutely needs to defend his spot, in my opinion. Let's keep moving. Roman Dolidze versus Paulo Costa. This fight makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Paulo Costa, like Chito Vera, needs to defend his rankings, or his ranking, Roman Dolidze, I guess you could say, deserves to fight up. It's only one spot higher in the rankings. This fight makes sense. You look at the top of the middleweight division, it's pretty much all booked up. Sean Strickland, probably going to fight Dricus. Chimaev, Whitaker. You got Izzy, maybe fights Brendan Allen, Kyle Baralho. So I feel like this fight makes sense. It's a good fight for the UFC if Paulo Costa wants to get back into his old bag where lots of forward pressure, lots of, backing up his opponents, low kicks, super aggressive. He needs to get back into that space, in my opinion. He tweeted out after the Sean Strickland fight that he would. I want to see this fight. Big opportunity for Roman Dolidze. He would absolutely take this fight, in my opinion. It's a big name in Paulo Costa. Paulo has to defend his spot, but it's only by one ranking, and I feel like stylistically, this is a good fight for Paulo Costa. And I'm recording this, the day after or the morning after UFC 307, so maybe my opinions will change, and I think this fight should happen instead, but I do love these fights a lot, so just bear that in mind. Let's keep moving. Kevin Holland versus Ikram Aliskerov. I love this fight. Stylistically, it's a bunch of fun. Ikram, like previously, I feel like would accept this fight. It's a big name. It's in the rankings. I believe that Robert Whitaker fight was way too soon for him. Kevin Holland, he's in there for fun fights. I know he's injured. I don't really know how long that's going to take to heal, so whatever. It's fine. I like this fight. Ikram not in the rankings. Kevin Holland, I mean, I don't really know what else to say about this fight. I think it's fun. There's a lot of options for Kevin Holland. You could give him... I don't even know. I like Ikram. I think this fight makes sense. Get Ikram back into that rankings, but not super high like a Robert Whitaker. That makes no sense. And then Kevin Holland, this is a fun fight for him when he gets back into the division, because that was a pretty nasty rib injury. I hope he's all right, because I did meet him. He's a really fucking chill guy. Big fan of Kevin Holland. I like this fight. Make it happen. Next up, this is my favorite fucking fight. I don't give a damn. Joaquin Buckley versus Colby Covington. I know he called out Kamaru Usman. I like this fight more. Is Colby Covington retired? I don't fucking know. I don't know what the hell Colby's doing. He fought in January, December? Barely took any damage, and he still has not fought. We have no fight news. He might be damn near retired. I don't give a damn, but I love this fight. I think Joaquin Buckley is a stylistic nightmare for Colby Covington. He has solid takedown defense. It's improving as his career goes on. He has crazy cardio, lots of power, good kicks, combinations, and this is a good way to get Colby Covington down out of those rankings a little bit. And Joaquin Buckley deserves it. I believe he's on a 5-fight win streak. Don't quote me on it. So I want to see him fighting at the top of that welterweight division. This is a big fight. Big fight. Feature fight on a main card. I know I've said that a lot, but these fights make sense. I love this. Sure, a Kamaru Usman fight would be very, very fun, but I wouldn't be surprised if Usman's fighting a Shavkat, a JDM, and Ian Gary. So I love this fight. I'm a big, big fan of Joaquin Buckley, and I kind of want to see him finish Colby Covington. So this would be a banger fight. And we have one more for you guys. It's Wonderboy Thompson versus Michael Venom Page. This fight makes all the sense in the world. Pretty obvious. There is a slight chance this fight absolutely sucks, but let's roll the dice. Throw it on a main card. Throw it as a main event in some sort of city. Fans would get excited for it. Two big names, two strikers. Could be boring, but I like this fight. It makes sense. Let me know what you guys think of these fights in the comment section down below. Drop your fights to make after UFC 307 in the comments. Follow all my socials. Link will be in the description. Follow for more or subscribe, whatever the fuck you call it. Peace out.